Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Redhawk 31F motorhome. Picked a beautiful unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, try to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple of things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, there's plenty of room for that awning to come in and out. On our off campsite, we're going to have what I call a short slide, so leave room for your slide to come in and out. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are. Your power is going to be just in front of your tires. And then your water connection, your old docking station, is going to be all the way at the rear on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you're parked, first thing you're going to do is hook up your power. Now you get the big long 30 amp cord stores inside this storage compartment here. At the end of that 30 amp cord, should you need to plug into a 110, you will have a 30 to 15 adapter that comes with your convenience pack. Get your power plugged in. Let's go ahead and hook up your water. I got a diaphragm here. It's going to explain all the things that you need to do to this. At the campsite, we are going to hook up to city fixtures. First, we're going to set these at 2 and 6. 2 is straight up, 6 is to the right. Then our water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid in here. City water connection. Put your water pressure regulator on, hook up your hose, make sure you are set to city fixtures. But before you turn on your hot water, before you turn that water on, let's find your hot water heater. On your unit, your hot water heater is over on your campsite. All we're going to do at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in. You may have left it out the last time you were camping. Draining your hot water heater, make sure that's back in. Then you can turn on that hose. Now after that hose has been on for a few minutes, go inside. You can open up your slide if you need to, but I need you to get inside to open up your water taps. Get all of your water fixtures opened up, get a nice steady flow of water flowing through them, shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water, we're going to go dry camping somewhere. Well, in that case, you have 2 steps to do. You start with city fill tank. 1 and 6, fill it at the same spot. You're going to want to go inside and check your fresh water tank. Keep an eye on that. Once that fresh water tank is full, go ahead and remove your hose, switch from city fill tank to normal, 3 and 5. Now when you want to utilize this water, turn on your water pump. You can turn it on here as well as indoors. Don't turn on your water pump and using city water that's already pressurized. Over a few of these other setups for you. So country fill is where you'll set it if you want to siphon in from a bucket or a container into your freshwater tank. Normal is where we set it now for dry camping. Sanitize and winterize. That is where you can line up the lines to sanitize and winterize. That'll suck the fluid into your antifreeze into your tanks, and that's where you'll sanitize your tank. Back in here, low point drains. We're all set up to camp, the power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. Starting here in this docking station. This is going to be your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite and dumping our black tanks. Your city water connection. A little light for out here. Your water pump. Hot and cold shower. And there's a handle for changing your water filter, which is right up in there. Every low point drain back here as well. There's where we'll dump our black and gray tanks. There's where you fuel up. Tons of storage here. Just say flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of that. It will get hot. And make sure nothing's ever blocking it. You also have a vent for your microwave on your slide. Again, your storage for your power cord. You can actually run your cord down through here instead of out. So you can close this door. Storage here. Your Onan 4000 generator. Start that up for you when you're here. Let's see that baby running. Continuing around the unit, coming over to our campsite. And here's going to be your propane. More storage. This is access to the back of your fridge for technicians to get in. Again, your hot water heater. 2 more storage areas. And then 1 more big storage area back here. You can set that light to on or motion. You got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with RV roofing caulk. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. So the first thing I point out in every RV is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. On the bottom here, you got some exterior lights for your awning. Your awning in and out. I'm gonna run that out real quick for you and show you something. So you only want to run that awning out until your white flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that gray bar. These will continue to run themselves out and run themselves up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you're running out and only run it out as far as you need to. Down below that, your power step on. And you can turn your speakers on indoors or outdoors. This is your main coach power. So shut off all the on and off all the power to the unit. Bring your awning rest away in. Awning does go slow, but it makes sure that it's nice and tight. Alright, now that that's in, we come up our steps, and immediately up to our left is going to be a control panel. Up here is where you turn on and off your generator. Here's your slide control. I'm going to hit extend on that real quick. Like I said, we call it a short slide, goes out rather quickly. Over here is where you check the levels of your brand new battery. Your fresh tank, that's when I said to hold down when you're filling your potable water. Your black and gray tanks. Down here is where you turn on your tank heaters. That's a little pad on your tanks if you're in inclement weather. Here's a spot to turn on your water pump. Turn on your water heater here if hooked to gas. Over here if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Continuing in the fridge. Turn the no cold fridge on here. Here's your mode. Mode is electric. Mode is gas, or mode is auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as I unplug this, it'll switch to gas. Over here is the temperatures, 5 being the coldest. This shows you what kind of power you're running off from. Down here is your thermostat. Crank this AC up. Turn it down here. There's your AC running. Shut your AC off. See, it shuts off rather quickly. Now I'm going to turn your heat on. You'll notice when your furnace kicks on. Oh, I gotta turn the heat up. There we go. Wonder what was going on. There, your furnace kicked on. You shut that off. You'll notice that the furnace fan tends to take a couple minutes to cycle through before it shuts off. Down here below your fridge to the right is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're out boondocking, make sure you start that battery up now and then to keep this from running your battery down. Here's your 110. Continuing in the living room, we got a self-explanatory microwave with a surface light and high and low fan. This glass top here makes a nice backsplash. Turn on your panel light. You'll turn this to light. Hit your spark when your gas is on. That'll light up there. Same thing on your oven. Just turn this to light, spark it here, and then set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Rock your panel light down, it becomes an oven light. Down your sink area, you got this little power port. You can tuck that away by pushing in the red button, or press it on that and hold it up. Your dinette, if you lift up on the front of this, you can remove that from that metal clamp back there. This will sit down on here. Put your back cushions on top for another sleeping quarters. Television's up here. Just want to mention on your TV, back here on the wall where your cable goes in, is a little button. Make sure that that light is on before you run a digital channel scan. That'll allow you to pick up more channels. To sleep up here, simply fold this forward and utilize your ladder. Smoke alarm, antenna, crank that to the right when you're at the campsites. Continuing down the hallway, we're going to your bathroom. Just want to mention in here, when you are traveling, make sure that you snap your shower door closed and your bedroom doors open. Make sure they were snapped to open position. Get your bedroom area. Want to make sure that before you take off and close this slide that you have nothing in front of the bed here. Just I have a little storage underneath. Hand crank open vent there. And again, make sure this door is snapped open for travel. Bunks are set up for a TV, cable 110 on each end. Backers here for your TV. Continuing up front, all your usual Ford chassis things. Touch tone screen here. Nice radio system.
Course, prior.
Do something. Hit seek. Try to pick up station. Kind of hard in this metal building. There we go. So now you can take those speakers, change them from inside to outside. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. TV, you want to make sure the TV is back into back position. I like to come up here and see if I have any lights to shut off. Looks like I'll have to walk around the unit and shut them off. So walk around the unit, shut all your lights off, and then we'll talk about closing your slide. Now that we've shut off all of our interior lighting, I want to say doors and drawers. Make sure that you went through the unit, closed up all doors and drawers on the unit. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Make sure nothing is in the way. I'm just going to turn on this light so we can see what we're doing here. Come up top and hit retract. Try to bring this slide in really quick. Shut off our interior lights. Now you can come down and shut off the main power. Just Speaking of power, underneath here is going to be your 2 house batteries. Bring your step in. At this point, we're going to unhook any cable, water, and power. If you are out boondocking, dry camping, you can dump this low point drain. Then we can head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your rear tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Hook up your sewage hose and pull that black holding tank. It's going to be the one on the left. When it sounds like that's no longer draining, you can go inside your unit and check your panel to see if it is empty. Otherwise, usually just listen for it to be empty. Once that is empty, leave that black handle open. Grab your water pressure regulator again. Come to this black tank flush. We're going to hook up the water pressure regulator and the hose at the dump station to this tank flush. Again, making sure that black handle is open. Turn that hose on and let it run for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all the nastiness out of your black tank. Once that's done, remove that hose. Make sure all that washout has drained, and then pull your gray holding tank. That's going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Then you conveniently and sanitarily store it away and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase of this Redhawk. Hope you enjoy it for many years to come. Happy camping.